that. Oh, now it seems to be working. Like, it's super weird. The only thing that I did was take out the USB and put it back in. Can you hear me now? I am talking to you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why, because the only thing I did was to take out the USB and put it back in for the third time. So I did this thing 3 times, and I fiddled with the settings, but that didn't seem to work. It seems to be the USB that's the issue. Which is super weird. Okay, I drew on the wrong layer. Okay, I'm removing any remnants there, and now I'm going to kind of continue. Okay, I'm on the right layer. And I want the blend tool, dense water, blending thing. I'm gonna try and figure out how this one looks. Cause it's so detailed and confusing, and like a lot of detail in here. So how have you been, Kay? How's life treating you? I'm super happy today. I finally got to put the comic on itch, and I already got some people that downloaded it, so probably they're reading my comic, which I'd be very happy if that happened. June and I put a lot of work into it. Better workouts. I've been playing this visual novel and it's great. Oh, that's nice. I really like itch. Why is it not working? What? Oh, I am live. Okay. I got an error there. I'm scared for a second. Itch IO. So this is my itch, and here you can see, if you go to home, you can see all the video games. Most of it is kind of pixel art. It's for indies and kind of low budget. You're not gonna find AAA games here. It's kind of a free version of Steam, so it's pretty nice. I'm kind of trying to figure out how it works. There don't seem to be that many people on the forums, but it's okay. I'm glad that they're giving me like a platform where I can put my my games, my comics, and like people can go and read it. And you can put comics and cartoons and a whole bunch of other stuff there. Coloring there in the details. This is a super complicated shape. Hope I'm getting it right. Um, but it's definitely more forgiving than a iris. I tried to draw an iris, and in my naivety I thought it was going to be easier than a rose. Nope, it is not easier to draw than a rose. It has less petals than a rose, but um, like the shape is super weird. I think daisies are the easiest thing to draw. Let's see if my stream is still working, like I'm checking every now and then. Oh, I have free people watching. Hi there, everyone. I like that it shows me there who's watching. Like, I like that on pt.4 as well. If somebody's watching it, they're gonna pop up. Sometimes people are shy to say hello. So I get to tell them hi. I wish I can put some music, but I don't want copyright strikes on my YouTube. And since YouTube is way more popular than Picarto or Rich, I kind of have to go by the rules. If I only streamed on Twitch and on Picarto, then I would put music, 'cause then there wouldn't be an issue. So I'm working now on the 12 Hisame OCL art. The Hisame OCL is a periodic art event that I hold for my fans to kind of reward them for participating and liking my content and supporting me on social media. Hi Anna, how are you? How have you been? You can hear me? Good. I'm always a bit concerned about the audio. You're sketching? Oh, nice. Working on the chapter 3? You're so much faster than us, like we're still at chapter 2. I think we kind of started our comic at about the same time. Don't remember very well. She's cheating. Ah, I don't know. You like still have to do the textures and the shading, so not so sure if it really is cheating, because you still got a lot of stuff to do. I think I started my comic first, but I then started to redo it because it was just too much work to do by myself, so I asked June for help, and then so the comic looked consistent. Well, I restarted to do it from the beginning. Yes, I started to draw my comic in October or November. They published it in January. Yeah, we started to redo Niels in September and published for the first time in October. So first year anniversary is coming up, and I'm thinking of doing something nice for you guys then. I don't know, do you have any ideas of what can I do with my comic for you for the anniversary? Like what would you like? I'm thinking, I don't know, give a shout out, you know, to the top tippers or something like that that have been tipping all year round. And patrons on Patreon that, you know, are still donating on Patreon, because there have been some that kind of disappeared off the face of the earth, and I hope they're okay. Because with Samantha, anyway, last time I talked to her, she was like having some medical problems, so I don't know what happened to her. Your character is a year older. Yeah, but for them, story-wise, you know, it's been like only an evening, a night. Noah's the most common. I think John is the most common in Western history anyway, and maybe Lee for China. I mean, considering how many Chinese and Indians there are in this world, I don't think Noah makes it even to the like top 100. And it's definitely a rare name in Europe. Like nobody calls their son Noah anymore. Like to see your research on this. Look with what we waste time on my stream. You can read, right? You can go check it out. Mm-hmm. Like your friend seems really knowledgeable that he would ask for that. And now we discover Muhammad is the most common name. No, it's not. I think Ali is much more spread because it's a like definitely a pre-Islamic name, Muhammad as well, but um, Ali is one of those names that appears through like convergent evolution, in the sense that it's like a super simple sound, and so there are a lot more instances in different cultures that the same name comes up, but it's from different origins. He's so no being controlled by free of thought, said that crap thing to say. I don't know if it has to do with social justice that he asks for research. I don't know. You have weird friends. That pedal is way too big. I'm gonna go in a bit like this. And where are you? Wait a moment. Your surname is exactly like Chief of the 40 robbers. Where are your robbers? Well, they're back home in Romania. I couldn't bring them with me to the US. There's like nothing to steal here already. There are a lot of thieves, so I told them, go somewhere else. Borrow me one. You can have them. I don't know what use will be. Like, Italy is having such big financial problems. I don't know if you even have anything left to steal. Like, already Greece has borrowed a lot of money. I don't think Germany has any more money to lend you guys. I'm surprised they're like still giving money to Romania. But I mean, Romania, like Italy and everybody else, contributes to the fund, and then they get some of the money back for projects and stuff like that. It's like some of the money has to come back anyway. The question is, how much is it giving in, how much is it getting back? Like, for example, for the US, California and Texas are giving more money than they're getting, from my understanding, because they're wealthy states, and so they can afford to like pay bigger taxes, and like the other poor states like Alabama and whatever, um, they're getting more money because they need it for infrastructure and development and stuff like that. And the fact that they're giving more money than they're getting is kind of like the main argument for the Calexit and the Texetic, or whatever it's called, Tex exit. But I don't know if any of the states can actually exit the United States without force, because legally they're not allowed to exit. It's not a like the European Union. Like for the European Union, if you don't like it, you can leave. But it's not the same for the United States, because they fought a war, and who wants to get out now? I think Germany can be a candidate to be free from Italy and Greece. Yeah. But I don't think Germany wants the European Union to fall apart, because then Russia will come in again. And like they don't want to fight with Russia again. That's just a waste of everybody's time. People just want to get along and eat their schnitzel and drink their beer. Life in Europe is pretty good. Like, why would you want to go to war anywhere? I don't understand the British that are leaving the European Union, because they're like kicking themselves out of Spain. There's so many British people in Spain. It's amazing. Like they took over a whole bunch of towns. And like, you don't want any more sunshine? It's not like you're gonna have sunshine in the UK, let's be serious. You have very shitty weather. That's why you went and conquered India. For the gold and the spices and the good weather. This looks pretty good. And I'm gonna do the edges again. I'm super sad that like it's such a big problem in Italy with corruption and everything like that, because it's like one of the most beautiful countries in Europe, and everybody wants to visit Italy. Everybody wants to eat food in Italy because we know you guys cook amazing food. And like if the economy was better, I'm sure way more old people would wanna retire in Italy. Because at the moment they were retiring in Spain, but not even that anymore because they have a lot of problems, and um, a lot of young people have left. I mean, they don't have anywhere to work. Like the unemployment amongst the young people is super high in Italy. And there used to be a lot of, young people having like these retirement villages and kind of working in those. Do you know what I mean about the retirement villages? And they were like open bars and service people in Spain. It was like one big tourist attraction. Go to spend their pension. Yeah. And I mean, you wouldn't want to spend the rest of your retirement days in the gloomy upper north of Europe. It's like super depressive, the winters there. Yeah, I would too, like sunshine, the seaside, mild weather. Cause when you get old, the pneumonia can kill you. So you don't want to be in a cold place when you're old. You want to go retire somewhere nice and warm. And I want a toy boy because I'll be a rich granny, I hope. Yeah, I think it's called Sugar Mama or something like that. If you're a rich granny. But like, isn't that exploitation? Like, I wouldn't want that. And I'll give work to young people. Oh, that's so evil. Reminds me of that anime Black Butler. Do you know it? And remark that I am rich and it. Ah, to tell you to. You want to be like Donald Trump, I get it. Oh, Berlusconi. Yeah, that too. They have an easy life. I mean, I can understand why other people would want that. Life is easier when you're rich. Oh, you're reading it. I kind of stopped watching it because the anime turned like super weird. I mean, it was weird to begin with, but then it kind of went over my tolerance threshold of weirdness and second season never happened ever. Only half is canon. Part and the alloy part is just weird. The first season is good. Third season is good. Okay, I'll go. I'll go check it out. But yeah, like the second season was super awkward, creepy, something. I don't know what that was. Like I don't know what happens to TV shows sometimes. It just goes into weirdness. I did the creator give up or die or have a disagreement with the TV show and was like, I'm not telling you what's happening next, or I don't get it. Yeah, but also the first one with Angela Ash, Yana Toboso spoiled the character Filiantine there before the comic. Not sure what affiliatine means. Affiliation, maybe? You kind of did a combination of English with Italian. Affiliation. don't know. I mean, it's always super sad when, you know, the original creator and the producer just can't get along, of the producers of the animation. It's like really heartbreaking. It's like when you, like, if your parents would be arguing and not getting along. That's how, like, it seems to me that people that should be getting along are not getting along, and it's super sad. And the audience kind of gets caught in between the problems. Okay, let's see how the big one, it's just super dark here. And let me see which way the flower is facing. It was like facing up. So up will be lighter. But until then I have like darkly petals underneath. I haven't seen a good anime in a long time. I just can't find any that is to my taste anymore. And I'm kind of sad about it, because I really like anime, but I just can't find anything that I can like and enjoy. Let's see if I'm getting those petals right. I'm getting them more or less. The plot in new animes don't inspire me. I would like to rewatch Boku no Hero, My Hero Academia. Yeah, I was thinking, I mean, I rewatched Samurai Champloo a while ago, and Cowboy Bebop, and like other super old stuff. I mean, aside from Ghibli, I don't know if anybody else is putting any animes out there that are kind of worth watching. There were some animes out that got a lot of appraisal and the words. Um, but just they weren't for me. Like the characters were super annoying and absolutely retarded. Uh, like Wolf Children, like the animation was superb. Technically, they're still like the best of the best. They're still doing amazing animation, but it's just the stories, you know, they're I don't know, Scream, they're so annoying and the characters are so stupid and bad, and these weird Japanese tropes with incest, like oh, the niece has a crush on her uncle, on her brother. Super weird. Why do they have these things? Is it that common in Japan? I don't think so. From what I've talked to people when I was in Japan, like homosexuality, incest, it's not a big thing. It's not acceptable, but like, you know, it's in every anime, and I'm kind of getting bored of this. Because it's like the defining characteristic of that person. It's not like, oh, you know, oh, they're straight, it's no big deal. Oh, they're gay, it's no big deal. It's like they make a whole drama story around forbidden love. And uh, have you watched Your Name? I think I did. Yeah, I watched it. Was kind of boring. Like before, you know, they used to do a lot of soap operas with forbidden love. Some guy was shagging his slave, or the neighbor's wife or something like that, and that was the big taboo. And uh, that's no longer trendy, so like they're doing this other stuff with homosexuals and incest, and it's the same cheap drama. They've replaced slave with homosexuals and relatives and stuff like that. It's just for, you know, shock value, and there's not much substance to the story. Well, I read where there are many animes about incest, and I don't get it. They do this because otaku are because otakus are only children and dream about having a little sister to care for. That sister is the only female near them, so end up falling in love with her. Well, it's not love. Hi, Spino, how are you? You know, can you hear me? Thanks, made it to the ninth grade. Ooh. Congratulations. My sister is going to the ninth grade now, so you're gonna be a freshman. Da-da-da. I'm an only child, and the only thing I would like to do, younger brother, is bully him like my cousins did to me. Aw, Anna, you're just evil. We were talking about weird animes and why they keep doing weird animes. Like every anime that I kind of try and watch, at some point they're gonna insert this weirdness into it, like incest, or just make a character that is gay, and that's like the only thing they think about. Um, which as far as I understand, is very offensive to gays, and I understand why they would think that is offensive. Like I have blonde hair, let's say, and I wouldn't want to be defined by my blonde hair for the entire life that I have. So, uh, I definitely understand why they would be pissed that they have a gay character and only thing he does is talk about being gay and acting exaggerated and stereotypical. And I'm super annoyed by this. Like, I mean, why do I have to keep having this discussion and the weirdness of incest in animes? Just get over it. Oh yeah, I'm making a Pivot animated dinosaur documentary series. Oh, that's really good. Good for you. So boys love are all. I'm so gay, I want to do gay stuff with a hottie man. Yeah. I mean, it gets old, but it's cheap TV. Like I said, they used to do it with Forbidden Love with slaves. Now they're doing it Forbidden Love with relatives, and yeah, it's just it's clickbait. It's for shock. It has no substance to it. I saw a very useful animation that I liked about dinosaurs. Dinosaur walk. See, so they're like, oh, ow, sound too much. So like they walk and you have a human here, and like the animation is not the best because they're not walking at the right frequency, but I like the idea. It will have 12 episodes, probably even more. My new series will be called The Mesozoic Planet. Episode 1 will be about how reptiles evolved and how they lead to being dinosaurs and mammals. That's really awesome. I wish this person would have put like the names of the dinosaurs above, because I don't know them all by how they look. And if somebody already knows how they look, like they don't need this animation video. Like I think this is more for people like myself who don't know. Which I think would be really awesome. I would really look forward to that. Like I don't find that many videos about that. And also, like, people kind of assumed there was just one era where there were dinosaurs. In fact, they were like, you know better than me, all the eras of the Jurassic, Triassic, and whatever else was Asic in there. And how the dinosaurs evolved and then. And just how cool would that be? Kilosaur. Yeah, you know, because for example, you don't hear these words very often, at least I don't, so I don't remember. It's just something that ends in "saur." So it's Ankylosaurus, Chelidonosaurus, and something like that. So it's Sar or Saurus or Saruman, one of these. But if people would see the names more often, like they would be able to tell them apart, and hopefully we'll have like more common names for them, because you have T-Rex, which is easy to remember. But Tyrannosaurus is kind of a bit common and harder to remember. Actually, never mind, it's an Ankylosaurus, its own species, surprisingly. Well, it might change, you know, the more evidence they find. And I think Anna wrote me something there too. I want harmony, prohibited love plots again. How we label erotic novels per ladies. I don't know those. Um, like genus group. Well, they still have some dinosaurs to be found. Like, I don't know how much archaeology is going on in Africa. Um, there are a lot of places that are still, you know, too dangerous to visit and too dangerous to do research, and not because there's any war or stuff like that, but there's just a lot of diseases in Africa, and it's really easy to get a whole bunch of them at the same time. So not that much archaeology is going on in Africa. I don't know how much is going on in China, and how much they're sharing and publishing with other countries. Like, I don't know how uptight China still is. As far as I know, it's still pretty kind of keeping to itself anything it finds, it discovers. So I do think we kind of hit the peak of fossil finds, but there's still so many places to look into. New species of oviraptorid. Raptors. I like raptors, they look cool. So oviraptoid. Oviraptor. Let's see how many types of oviraptors there are. Do I have a list? Okay. Con, that sounds interesting. Not a lot of artwork for these guys. Unlike other oviraptors, this one had a crest like a cassowary. Yeah, I like them. Cassowary. Something like that. Wow, I actually wrote it right. I'm so proud of myself. Oh, I thought this was the emu. Okay, so it's another thing. I think emus look different. I think it doesn't have a crest. Oh yeah. So this one's the cool looking one. It looks like a killer turkey. It looks like a turkey that wants to kill you. But like, what's the weird stuff on its head? What does that do? Oh, it looks like a rhinoceros. Yeah, you don't want to get hit by that. cassowary, and I want to see how the egg looks like. Cassowary, go back. Cassowary egg. You see, emu egg is black, but oh my god, it's so green. Look at it. Oh my god, how it looks. It's amazing. How can it be this vivid green? It looks like a fruit. Oh, and this is the biggest egg? No, it has to be the ostrich. I know that's the biggest egg in the world. But oh my god, just look at it. So this is a cassowary and this is the emu, and this looks like a more greener avocado, and the other one looks like a darker avocado. It was named Corythoraptor due to the height of his crest. Oh, cool. But oh my god, it looks so amazing. I would have a cassowary just for the eggs. It was nothing like what paleontologists have seen before. Like, why was it different? I think it looks kind of normal for a dinosaur. I really can't tell because I'm not an expert. But this looks just so cool. I don't think I'll be able to get the eggs from this animal because it might kill me if I got near its eggs. But still, it would be such a cool omelet. Though I think I would need a hammer to make an omelet out of this, to open it up. Easter egger chicken. Egger eggs. So an Easter egger is a variety of chicken that does green eggs, and it looks really cool. So Easter egger eggs. I hope one day I'll have room in my garden to grow a chicken. And I can grow an Easter egger. It's the name of the chicken. And for example, Meraquan eggs. No, dark red. No, what is called? Marans. Okay, marans. Maran egg. Yep, so they come out looking like this. They come out like this out of the chicken. And they can be quite reddish. And the breed is called Maran. Eastern Island eggs. What is that? Is that a chicken breed? Okay. I thought it was a chicken breed. So there are a bunch of types of eggs that can come out of chickens. You just different breeds make different eggs. And I wish I could have like one of each. Ah, you're making a pun. No, because there are a lot of chicken breeds that have like these weird names. I thought maybe a new one. And a lot of these breeds are pretty old, but like only until recently they're starting to be distributed for hobby farmers. And like there was an yeah, there are flying chickens as well. Like chickens were all over Europe and Asia, and there were different species of subspecies of chicken. And they kind of interbred them and to get new stuff, and also selective rebreeding to get new types of varieties. Right, Bantam. It kind of sounds like Batman, but it's not Batman. And I'm looking at this chicken. It's so beautiful. Chicken T-Rex, yeah. But look at it, and the black parts shimmer in the sunlight, so it looks like the duck feathers. See if I can get one up close. See, like I don't know if I want to get one that is big size, zoomed in. But you see it kind of has a little bit of green here, because that's how the light refracts in the feathers, because like ducks have their feathers refract the light because it has a little bit of crystal in it, so that why it goes from purple to green. Male duck feathers. So you see it has that on its head, and the Sebright Bantam has that as well. So like looks super cool when it moves its head. I mean, you can look on YouTube to see one moving, and you'll see what I mean. And I think it's really interesting if like dinosaurs had this as well, and they would just shimmer in the light like ballerinas. That would be so cool. It'd be like ballerina T-Rex. There was a theory last year where spinosaurids actually swallowed whole prey like a snake or a pelican. I think that would be super creepy and scary, but if it's on National Geographic and I don't have to actually deal with that, I'm cool. I wouldn't want them to bring them back like on Jurassic Park. Oh, I think I know a channel you might enjoy. YouTube, The Brain Scoop. The Brain Scoop. So this channel, Spino, I believe they had throat pouches. Makes sense. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, because I can't tell just by looking at bones. I have to believe the researchers on that one. And so this lady, she works at a museum, and she goes and talks to people that work at other museums, and like her show is super nice. I like her. Now, she may be telling things that are pretty obvious to you since you know so much about dinosaurs, but for me, it's fun. I like it. I always learn new things about her, about the nature from her. That would be nice to kind of have. They did in, I think in, what's it called? Mm, Singapore, a dinosaur museum with puppets. Hmm? I don't know. Dinosaur museum. Oh. Oh, I have one in my village. No, I think it's. I have one near me. It's a joke. Where was it? I'll check it out and see. Thanks, also with pleasure. I mean, the one in Paris is really awesome, but it didn't have moving puppets that were really good. I think it was in Singapore. Animatronics. London Jurassic Exhibition Field Museum. Maybe it was in the US. No, it's crap. I don't remember where it is. Huh? Maybe that one? I mean, that thing looked familiar. But if it's from Jurassic World, it'll probably a lot of inaccuracies. First of all, they keep their dinosaurs bald, regardless of what era, and they kind of mix up dinosaurs that weren't in the Jurassic, so I don't trust them. But if I find where that museum was, I'll give you a link. Because I saw it was really amazing and it looked really good. And it was on a documentary on YouTube when I looked at it someplace, so I wanted to kind of write it down, but I forgot. I'm trying to make a list of, awesome places to visit in case I ever get there, so I know that they have like awesome things to see. And kind of keep a list if I ever get near that country, so I know, oh, if I get near it, I'll just hop on over and see some other things that I wanted to see. I think I wanted to go there at one point, but I lost interest since we never went. You mean in the Jurassic World Museum? I heard they had a lot of inaccuracies with Jurassic World dinosaurs, so I kind of lost interest myself as well. I was kind of interested in that. I liked that the French Museum of Natural Sciences that you had possibility to play with genes on some flowers, and they just had a whole bunch of stuff that you can do. So for me that was really fun. They didn't have that many dinosaurs, unfortunately, at that time, but it was like 20 years ago. Maybe they brought some more goodies now. I wish they would do more virtual museums that anybody on the planet can go and visit. They don't have to be in that country to be able to see that museum. The Germans did a lot of this stuff and the French as well. Um, but they only did it for what's it called? Paintings. And I think it was a project initiated by Google, so it was called Google Art Museum or something like that. Virtual Art Museum, don't remember. But anyway, I thought it was really cool of them that they did that. And in a lot of museums, you can go with Google Maps, I think. Some of them. I got into some museums in China with Google Maps, and I was surprised that Google went inside those. Google Maps museums, I don't know. Museum view, I think this is called. Ooh, okay. View all. I'm actually a member of the Hell Creek Formation in Montana. Hell Creek Formation. What is that? Is it dinosaur related? Forest Theater. Ooh. Where's the search bar? Does it have a search bar? Can I search for dinosaurs? Places. Doesn't. Why is it showing me a parking lot? Chinese View Pagoda. I don't see any dinosaurs. But it's good that they're here. I mean, this is awesome. Queen City Kit Museum of Textiles. Oh, and that's a thing. Oh no, it keeps loading on forever and ever. Okay, I need a Google search. So it's called Museum Views. Google dinosaurs. It's a formation that is in Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wyoming. The formation is mostly common for late Cretaceous dinosaurs bones. Oh, that's really cool. Cretaceous. What dinosaurs were in Cretaceous? Because I don't remember. Cretaceous dinosaurs. Cretaceous period. Let's see what were representative of those. So I got the Tyrannosaurus rex. Oh, the Triceratops. I know those. And Pteranodon. Yay, I recognize a couple of dinosaurs. Where's Littlefoot? Like they didn't have... I'm sure they would have had like big ones. I forgot what they're called. Big legs and big long necks. Spinosaur. Oh yeah, I know that one. Oh, and that one, the round head with spiky things. Natural History Museum. Okay. Fish. Where are the dinosaurs? Yay, I'm in. T-Rex. Same with ton of ceratopsian species. Ceratopsian. It's with the Triceratops with the things on the head. Ceratopian. Ceratopian. Let's see. So they had either 2 or 1, but these look so cool. I would put these on my wall. View image. They're so colorful and so festive. This is so cool. Look at all of these, Anna. Anna, I'm sending you a link. Okay, so I see here. I am inside the museum. Woo-hoo-hoo. Look, I can go around it. Oh, I went in the wall. It's like when I'm playing a video game and I don't know how to walk around it. But this would be so cool in VR. I got a makeshift VR, and maybe I can go around in it. This is so cool. Look, I can turn around. Which museum? Natural History Museum. United Kingdom. Ooh. So if you're in the US, you don't know this one probably that well. I don't know. Have you been to this one? I haven't. The link is too big. I can't send you the link. Damn. Okay, so what I did was I'm at Google Art and Culture in the Natural History Museum, London, UK. And it's Google, oops, clicked on the wrong link. Google Arts and Culture. Let's see if I can go upstairs. I'm like curious. Are there dinosaurs upstairs? Oops. I didn't go on the stairs. I went somewhere else. Go up the stairs. This is a bad video game. I don't like it. How do I go out? I'm confused. Whales. Can I read stuff? I mean, I saw this in Paddington, the TV. Okay, I walked into a wall. This is embarrassing. You can do it on your own better than me, I'm sure. But this would be fun to visit with the VR. I can go with my sister somewhere, maybe. I think that would be cool. Would be nice if if you can like go to the exhibits and read what's on the plaque and get a better view. Like I think it's still a work in progress, but it's definitely better than nothing, and I think that is amazing. I wish they did this for Newton's house at Cambridge University, because I needed that for my comic, and it was like super hard to see inside, and I kind of had to do a lot of guesswork, and it was pretty annoying. But in the end, I managed to figure it out. At least I went with Google Maps in the courtyard of Newton's home, and I got to look at how the windows were and kind of the building, how it was shaped. But it's a nightmare. I'm gonna show you this just for humor's sake. I took a screenshot. Where is it? I mean, just look at these windows. Museums don't think about comic book artists. Yeah, because you had the same problem. with the museum that you needed to visit. So I'm like, look at this building. You have one window here, another one in another position, and uh, like this thing here, like the windows are shifted, and here there's an empty space, and here there's the windows. Like nothing is uh, symmetrical. It's a piece of postmodern art. Like how does this building get this way? Did it get bombed in the Second World War? And I don't know. It just looks wrong. Hmm. But yeah, Google is the best. It's so helpful for us artists to get the information we want. Anna, did you see that link with the dinosaurs' heads I sent you? They look amazing. Yeah, Google is your friend. They do so much useful stuff. Like, and Wikipedia as well. Like, I can't imagine life without Wikipedia nowadays. Like, if I wanna go check out something, where am I gonna go? To the library and talk to a bored woman that doesn't know anything about the books that are in the library because nobody visits her, so she has no idea what is in her library. Like whenever I went to a library in my home country, like nobody knew anything. They didn't have the books. Was supposed to bring back the book super soon. So what I would end up doing sometimes for a school project is bring the book and then take it back again with me. So I would go to the library, return a book, and then rent it again, borrow it again. It was so stupid. Why? And I understand people that say that, oh, Wikipedia is not reliable, but for most of the people in this world, Wikipedia is much better than what we have available. Like, I don't know how many people live in a country where they have like libraries that are well uh, stocked with books and that books that are up to date. Because every time you want to update something in a book, you gotta reprint it, and so books are often not updated. Because what do you do with the old books? You like throw them in the garbage? You send them to be recycled? What do you do with the old books? I tell you what they do. They keep them there and they just don't update them. So I'm always really upset, when I see people post stuff like, "Oh, stop using social media. Go open a book." I'm like, why would I open a book? It's outdated. and it smells weird most of the times. Another thing I always hated about borrowing books is you would find a dead bug or a booger or someone's breakfast in it. Oh, so annoying. My brother and sister would never know the suffering that we elders had to go through, Anna. Like, I'm pretty sure you caught those times when you had to do projects for school and they were um, with like really old and outdated books that had these problems. And they often, like they give kids a lot of homework. Like I knew I had a lot of homework, so I didn't have time to go and, oh, discover the library and touch all the books and leave my fingerprints and my sweat and everything else on all the books. We didn't have that much time to do that. I'm so glad I don't have to do it anymore. I like buying books, if they're mine, and I take good care of them, and I keep them in the nice place. Make sure they don't get infested with anything. I hope one day to have a library again. My husband is not too fond of the idea because, like, books always keep dirt and dust and bugs and stuff like that, so they're not very hygienic. Like, you have to go to extra lengths to put them in a glass container of some kind. Hi Caesar, hi June, how are you? Like, you both came exactly at the same time. I was like, what? How have you guys been? I'm still battling these marigolds. Tired? Oh, I'm sorry you're tired. It's probably my fault as well that you're tired, so I'm sorry extra. Today the wind is coming from the northwest, so it's almost cold. Wow. Good for you. Today's a good day. Oh, not my fault, so you haven't been working on the comic pages, caught you. Sorry, it's a stupid joke. Yeah, awesome day for the weather aside. I just was talking about dinosaurs with Spino, and aside from the fact that I found a super cool list of I forgot though how they're called, what they're called, um, uh, Ceratopsian. Like, look at how pretty and festive they are. Like, instead of a deer on my wall, I would want like one of these fake plastic dinosaurs. Here the weather is hot, you go outside, it's like sauna. Yeah, my sister told me. In Romania, the summers can get really hot, especially if you're in the south. And just look at these, how awesome they are. I wish there would be somebody, that would sculpt these, and then you can put it on your wall, like the creepy hunters. Anyway, this, I found that you can go and walk around. Ugh, but I don't want to go in the wall. This is weird museum. Okay, so I am in the British Museum, and you have the Google Arts and Culture museum, and you can go around and look at the exhibits. Now I want out of plastic. Can he like sculpt it? But I need to live somewhere where I don't have to pay rent and I can put holes in my wall. So I will remember that if Michelle can do it. That would be awesome. Oops. I wanna go. Can I? No, it doesn't let me read. This is stupid. It would be really awesome as a VR game. You can go around the museum. And it'd be really cool if you can actually go and read what's written here. He made one once. Can you send me pictures? Yeah, send me the pictures. Sounds like a profitable business idea. Dinosaur hunter trophies. I'm sure Americans would pay money for it. Like and a lot of other Russians and stuff like that, and I'm sure they're too lazy to would actually go and hunt the dinosaur. Like a lot of these idiots go and hunt tigers from their car. They're like the laziest hunters I've ever seen. I've ever heard of, because I didn't actually see them. They were like the police reports that they would just take their guns out of their car and shoot the tiger, and then somebody else would go and collect the carcass, and they would just go and do something with it, mount it on their wall or something. Like, how lazy is that? You just take your gun out and then pop, and then somebody else has to go and collect the poor animal. Amazing, some people. Not to mention the fact that they're endangered and they killed an animal that they didn't need to. Let's see. With their bare arms, yeah. Wow, that looks really good. Awesome, and you would go and paint that and put it on your wall. Like, I would definitely want one of these. Like, I'm really not into taxonomy. I would like a lifelike representation of an animal, so a sculpture or something like that. But having the skin of a dead animal in my living room just weird. I know they like to call it art, but it's just super freaky, in my opinion. So he doesn't make them often, but I know he could do it for sure. Hi, Anna. I'm reading to you. I'm not saying hi, Anna again. Because I already said it. Yeah, it would be complicated to transport it from Italy to the US, but maybe at some point we'll live in Europe again. And there's the taxonomy championship event, and it was so creepy when I found out that the animals were actually alive at some point. Because initially I thought they were just, plastic and not real, but they were real, and I was like, ew, creepy. That's my recent Twin Peaks episode. Yeah, I gotta get into that. Like, I see them on the internet, all the references and stuff like that. But at the moment, I'm too busy with Game of Thrones. I'm just hyped about it. Dun. 40 minutes of explosions. Well, I'm still at episode 11. With Game of Thrones, so you got to season 2. That happened. I really like how the actors played. Mix animal parts to make hybrids. Yeah, that's also a thing, and it's something that they do. Well, it doesn't look that bad. I think it's a believable carnation. I can pat myself on the back. I did a half decent job. Okay, corn. Where's the corn? There's the corn. No, I watched episode 11 of Twin Peaks. uh, Flowers look nice. Thank you. I'm glad they look like flowers. That's the main thing that I wanted. Didn't do these lines very evenly. I kind of realize now. Corn is so much difficult to draw than you might think. Like, this has to be symmetrical. If it's not, it's gonna look bad. I don't want June to make spoilers. I watched the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones in the past. Don't want June to make spoilers. I watched the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones in the past. I don't. I don't think I followed the discussion properly. Am I on the right layer? I'm on the right layer. Okay. Phew. No, spoiler, Anna. Corn doesn't have to be completely symmetrical. It's more natural if it's a little imperfect. I don't know. I've never seen crooked corn either in my grandmother's field or at the supermarket, so I don't know what corn you've been eating, but I've never seen one that isn't very symmetrical and perfect. I'm at episode 13. I gave my sister the link to Stranger Things. Hope she gets hyped so I have something to talk with her about TV shows. Because she mostly watched cartoons on Cartoon Network, and I mean, there's nothing good on Cartoon Network left, and it's just, and I like to think that it isn't just me being a old grumpy person, but actually true. It's usually quite perfect, the corn. But sometimes some little corn can be out of place. Give me time, my brain can't see too many episodes after one another. Twin Peaks is too trippy. I don't know, I've been to film school. I don't think it can be worse than what I've seen there. There are some good shows left like Steven Universe and OK KO is coming up. There are some good cartoons running. I don't know, I've seen some trailers. No, I was not impressed. I was super enthusiastic about Avatar The Last Airbender, and I'm so sad they didn't make more episodes and make them good because you're just Nickelodeon is a jerk as always. At least people have HBO that usually treats the creators okay. HBO doesn't have that many cartoons though. I mean, I don't think it produces any cartoons or finances any cartoons. There's Voltron by the same animation team that made Avatar. That's pretty good. I doubt that Voltron is made by Studio Mir. Voltron wiki and Brian DiMartino and Konietzko. Wikipedia, okay. Frank Kofar, Steve Sterling, James Brewer, blah blah blah. It's not the same team. I don't know why you think it's the same team. World Events Production, Toei Animation. I'll go look Avatar The Last Airbender. Maybe Toei is kinda included in that. Yeah, there's a new series of Voltron. Okay, so let's see. Voltron. Okay, no, the Defender of the Universe. Which one is it? Maybe there's Voltron new series. Okay, let's see. Distributor Netflix. That one was Nickelodeon. Let's know the voices. Let's see who. Let's see. Producers. Should go. there's like no people that I see in common, so it's not made by the same people, by the same studio, or even distributed by the same companies. Yeah, I mean, I know we all want some more animations that are good like Avatar, but unfortunately, um, the creators Brian and DiMartino, um, I forgot the first name of the other guy. I know them by the family name, Konietzko and DiMartino. So, um, they had a burnout after Avatar, and it was just so stressful for them working with Nickelodeon. And Netflix has its issues as well, but it's not as bad as Nickelodeon. And the creators of Avatar just had a burnout, and they were like, "We're gonna take a long vacation, and we'll get back to you at some point." And the fans were like, "No!" Tears and cries and everything. And at least we have some comics from Dark Horse, so like they've been doing okay with Dark Horse and just adding to the world and the story, but I don't know if the comics aren't very good or I'm just not very big on comics, but they did not impress me and I didn't have the patience to read. And I was kind of sad, but that's how it is. Was the Legend of Korra animators not the original Avatar? Sorry, my mistake. Yeah, so Korra was done by the same team as Avatar: The Last Airbender because it was a sequel of sorts. I don't know why people were so upset with Korra. I think it's just the kind of people that whatever change you make, they're gonna be upset about it and just bitch and moan, no matter what you do. And like I see them in the Simpsons comments like, "Oh, the new Simpsons are not as good as the old Simpsons. The series is never going to be good again. You should just quit and kill yourselves," or stuff like that. And they just write weird things because unfortunately this is what social media does. It allows good people to kind of show their thanks and support to the creators, but also like crazy people to just complain. And it's amazing how many crazy people there are in this world. Just outstanding. It gets really freaky when they kind of stalk the actors or the artists that made the story. Like, for example, an actress from Game of Thrones, she just had some random dude come and kiss her on the street. Because in the movie, she gave the kiss of death to some character, and That guy just came and kissed her. And on The Walking Dead, there's a character named Daryl. And The Walking Dead is a TV show about zombies, for those of you that don't know. And one of the fans at a Comic-Con came and she bit him. Like, crazy people, oh my god. At this point, I think Bonsky is doing the best. Like, nobody knows how he looks like or where he lives or who he is, and I really like that idea. Like, if I start turning famous, I'm gonna go hide under a rock. But fortunately, that's never going to happen to me. I don't do stuff that is that commercially successful. So I'll never have to worry about this. There's a higher chance of my husband getting a Nobel Prize. Okay. Hmm? It's not very equal here. Like, I don't know what I did to this corn. Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna end the stream here because it's 5 o'clock and I gotta go. This corn is never ending and it will be finished at some point. Put the references in here. So this is what I've managed to do so far. Thank you all for watching, and next week will be a new page from our comic Niels Feynman, Time Traveling Adventures. And also I published it on Itch, so if you want a full format you can go check it out there. Bye bye.